An adventure is never an adventure while it's happening. It's discomfort, struggle, and uncertainty, only recognized as growth in hindsight. Don't make decisions based on fear, make them based on hope. When a defining moment arrives, you either define it, or it defines you. Never abandon a dream just because of the time it will take. The time will pass anyway. Character is built not on the first or second attempt, but on the third, fourth, and beyond. Even if you're the only one who believes in yourself, it's enough. The only time to look back is to see how far you've come. It's supposed to be hard. If it weren't, everyone would do it. The difficulty is what makes it great. By perseverance, even a snail reached the ark. Words are like keys, chosen well, they open hearts and silence critics. Build in silence. People can't attack what they don't see. Protect your time, not everyone deserves it. Turn your wounds into wisdom. If you only walk on sunny days, you'll never reach your destination. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, not those who drain you. Fear is temporary, regret lasts forever. Your past doesn't need you, your future does. One day, those who doubted you will tell everyone they knew you. Allow yourself to be a beginner, no one starts out as an expert. The quieter you become, the more you hear. Don't get burned twice by the same flame. Worrying about losing is losing before you begin. Excuses make today easier but tomorrow harder, discipline makes today hard but tomorrow easier. As long as you are alive, no obstacle is permanent. Your struggle is part of your story. Keep going, you are closer than you think. Be teachable, you're not always right. Sometimes, solitude is the best medicine. Without rain, nothing grows. Embrace the storms in your life. Patience is key, all things are difficult before they become easy. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Never make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. If you're tired, rest, don't quit. Stop waiting for the right time. Time isn't waiting for you. Happiness isn't found, it's created. Hardship often prepares ordinary people for extraordinary destinies. The only real mistake is the one you learn nothing from. Life is a book. One bad chapter doesn't mean it's over. Your comfort zone will destroy your dreams. You only pass through life once, there are no encores. Your past is a place to learn, not a place to live. Be proud you survived the days you thought you wouldn't. Stay positive in negative situations, and you win. Stop calling it a dream, start calling it a plan. A bad day doesn't mean a bad life. If you believe things will work out, you'll see opportunities. If you believe they won't, you'll see obstacles. Stay focused, your time is coming. Judge no one, just improve yourself. Train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. Don't give up on yourself, there's a reason you started. Win in your mind first, and reality will follow. Making mistakes is better than faking perfection. Growth never happens in your comfort zone. A warrior isn't the strongest person, it's the one who keeps standing. Being alone is a power few can handle. Move with strategy, not emotion. Confidence is built by facing what you fear. The best is yet to come, trust yourself. A rough road leads to the heights of greatness. Control your thoughts, or they will control you. Become a ghost, forget attention, focus on growth. Push yourself, no one else will do it for you. Your time is your most valuable asset, don't waste it. Don't call it a problem, call it a challenge. Don't count the days, make the days count. Two things define you, your patience when you have nothing and your attitude when you have everything. Nothing lasts forever, not even pain. The way you speak to yourself matters most. Never tolerate disrespect, not even from yourself. You don't need more time, you need fewer distractions. Everyone leaves. Learn to survive alone. You can't reach what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind. Before you act, decide. Before you decide, think. Before you think, focus. One day, you'll thank yourself for not giving up. Failure does not define you, persistence does. Take the risk, or lose the chance. To be the best, you must first endure the worst. Your only limit is you. Accept what you can't change, change what you can't accept. When you learn to survive without anyone, you can survive anything. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Die with memories, not dreams. Problems aren't stop signs, they're guidelines. Have the courage to start and the heart to finish. Dream as if you'll live forever, live as if you'll die today. Wishing to be someone else is a waste of who you are. Let your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Life becomes easier when you accept the apology you never received. If the world were blind, how many people would you impress? You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. If you want a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. If life were predictable, it would lose its meaning. The biggest lesson in life: never fear anyone or anything. Life is not a problem to solve, but a reality to experience. Too many of us fail to live our dreams because we're too busy living our fears. It's our choices, far more than our abilities, that reveal who we truly are. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Sometimes, you don't see yourself clearly until you see yourself through someone else's eyes. In the end, your greatest pain may become your greatest strength. Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. Believe in yourself, and anything is possible. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. You can't change people and it's rude to try. The answer is always no until you ask. There are two ways to do things, right, or again. Stop expecting others to respect you more than you respect yourself. I don't know the secret to success, but I know the secret to failure: trying to please everyone. Hope is not a strategy. Trust is earned, not given. You're never too old to cut toxic people out of your life. It takes time to realize how miserable you are, and even longer to realize you don't have to stay that way. A wise man learns more from his enemies than a fool does from his friends. Life gives you countless chances to mess up, just as many as it gives you to get it right. People treating you poorly is a reflection of them, not you. Those who say you can't or won't are often the ones afraid that you will. Don't make yourself too available. Scarcity creates value. Just because the boat rocks doesn't mean it's time to jump overboard. Hard times will come, but they'll also remind you of the good things you overlooked. The more you know yourself and what you want, the less outside noise affects you. Trying to please everyone often results in pleasing no one. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Stop chasing happiness, it's fleeting, and that's okay. Once a problem is solved, its simplicity becomes obvious. When breaking a habit, don't say, "This is the last time I'll do this." Instead, say, "This is the first time I won't." You don't like everyone, so don't expect everyone to like you. Your past does not dictate your future. Sometimes, you can make all the right choices and still watch everything crumble. Pick up the pieces and keep moving. Balance kindness with cleverness. Never be so kind that you forget to be wise, and never be so clever that you forget to be kind. Nothing in life is worth the price of constant worry. You stop explaining yourself when you realize people only understand from their level of perception. Someday isn't a real day. Don't keep pushing things off. Don't cling to mistakes just because you spent a lot of time making them. Treasure the time you spend with loved ones. Life is unpredictable. Live in reality as it is, not as you wish it were. If you expect fairness because you are fair, that's like expecting a lion not to eat you because you didn't eat him. Perfection and control are illusions. Let them go. No matter how good you are, you'll always be the villain in someone's story. Waiting for change while doing nothing is like waiting for a train at a bus stop. Don't doubt yourself. That's what haters are for. Struggles make life meaningful. If you always get what you want immediately, what's the point? Never take criticism from someone whose advice you wouldn't take. Knowledge is power, but without application, it's useless. At some point, you'll realize no one has control over your life unless you allow them to. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Speak only as much as you wish to be remembered for, and act in ways you'll be proud of. Mistakes don't define your character. How you respond to them does. Train your mind to see the good in every situation and stop expecting universal agreement. Ability gets you to the top, but character keeps you there. The one thing that can never be taken from you is your ability to choose your attitude in any circumstance. Be open to changing your ideas about yourself as you grow. Chasing people doesn't build your value. Chasing integrity and dignity does. Don't do anything today that you'd have to lie about tomorrow. If fear, anger, or pride drive you, life will force you to compete. But if courage, awareness, and peace guide you, life will serve you. Doing what's right for you will upset people. Do it anyway. Worries and pain are temporary. Things change. If you need more than one hand to count your best friends, you may not be a great best friend. Youth's greatest power is its lack of experience because it doesn't know what's impossible. At some point, you have to forgive the past for your own peace. The past is a place of reference, not residence. We are all born with two things, borrowed time and the ability to choose. If you want to know how you're spending yours, watch how others waste theirs and do the opposite. Correct people only when necessary. Sometimes, letting things slide is wiser. Choose to be positive. Negativity won't get you far. Life doesn't cater to your plans. Adapt and roll with it. Nothing happens to you that you weren't built to handle. You won't remember the nights you stayed home playing it safe. It's never too late to pivot your life. Lessons repeat until they are learned. You will never become who you want to be until you accept who you are. A new perspective can reveal what you should have seen all along. Being right means nothing if you're obnoxious about it. Courage isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's the quiet voice saying, "I'll try again tomorrow." Let go of yesterday. It has already let go of you. Don't waste life fantasizing about what could have been. Invest in what is. Many confuse stress with responsibility. Prove things to yourself, not others. Life isn't about dwelling on the past or obsessing over the future. It's about living in the now. You don't lack time, you lack priorities. Enjoy life fully. Your sacrifices will pay off. People don't get tired of loving, they get tired of waiting, being lied to, and feeling unappreciated. Never keep people who don't love and respect you as much as you do them. The desire to be better than someone else is what holds you back. Getting knocked down isn't the issue, it's about how you rise. A wise person admits mistakes, learns from them, and corrects them. Be the person you needed when you were younger. Make small changes daily, and they'll add up to big progress. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Not everyone who speaks kindly to you is a friend. People aren't good or bad, they're just people. Experience life rather than clinging to expectations of how it should be. Wanting something isn't enough, you must hunger for it. Our lives are shaped by opportunities, even the ones we miss. Everyone reaches a crossroads. Clinging to the past is the only true failure. Change how you look at things, and the things you look at will change. Fill your mind with positivity, and it will sustain you through anything. You never truly know someone until you see inside their mind, and that's rarely possible. It's not our abilities that define us, but our choices. People treat you how you allow them to. You're either part of the problem or the solution. Never assume malice where ignorance or incompetence could be the cause. Know when to turn the page. Forgiveness isn't about making the other person feel better, it's about freeing yourself. If someone is trying to bring you down, it only means you're above them. Social skills, like any other, require practice. Life will break your heart. Be brave and do your best. Don't fear the unknown, it might lead to something incredible. Never revisit the past for happiness, justification, or excuses. The world is what it is, you are what you are. Sometimes, the right path is the hardest one. If you always blame others, don't expect your life to improve. Life is an experiment. Fail, succeed, but keep exploring. Don't expect, just experience. Nothing is truly forgiven, things are simply forgotten. What seems impossible today might not be tomorrow. Every setback carries a lesson. Prepare your kids for the road, not the road for your kids. It's okay not to have all the answers, experience will provide them. Just because you got away with a bad decision doesn't mean it was a good one. If you change how you see the world itself changes. Saturate your mind with positive thoughts, and they will sustain you. You never truly know another person's mind. You train people how to treat you. Never mistake stupidity for malice. Learn when to move on. Forgiveness heals the forgiver. If someone tries to bring you down, they are beneath you. Socializing is a skill, practice it. Life will test you, but bravery will carry you through. Don't deny yourself experiences out of fear. Don't live in the past, it's gone. The world is what it is, and you are who you choose to be. If you only blame others, your life won't improve. Life is an experiment, embrace the unknown. Speak with caution. Even if someone forgives harsh words you've spoken, they may be too hurt to ever forget them. Don't leave a legacy of pain and regret over things you should never have said. It's not your fault that things are the way they are, but you must have faith in yourself. Be brave and take risks. You don't need to have everything figured out to move forward. Accept responsibility for your life because, ultimately, you are the one who will get yourself where you want to go. No one else. Make improvements, not excuses. Seek respect, not attention. Opportunities can become obstacles just as obstacles can become opportunities. It all depends on how you choose to see them. If you're going to apologize, don't follow it with but. You either mean it, or you don't. More often than not, we suffer more in our minds than in reality. Life is about making decisions with the time we are given. It moves fast, and if you don't stop to look around, you might miss it. Anger is an acid that does more harm to the vessel in which it's stored than to anything it is poured upon. Fake love is mighty convincing in a world where real love is rare. You can only lose what you're clinging to. If you want to find happiness, start with gratitude. Accept that things happen not always for a reason, and not always in your control, but the first step to getting through them is acceptance. You can't please everyone, so don't shape your life around their approval. Follow your heart. Sometimes, the choice itself matters less than committing to it fully. A denied expectation hurts more than a denied hope, while a fulfilled hope brings greater joy than a fulfilled expectation. Don't focus on controlling your emotions, control your actions. There are no participation trophies in life. If you want something, go get it. Success comes from action. There's no shame in saying, I don't know. No one has all the answers. Pretending to be perfect doesn't make you perfect. Listen to your conscience and do what's right, no matter the cost. You can't put a price on self-respect. We live longer when we are too busy living. The people who say you can't are usually the ones afraid that you will. Your value is not determined by someone else's inability to see your worth. Today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be again. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Expecting the world to be fair because you are fair is like expecting a lion not to eat you because you didn't eat him. Shadows only exist because there's light nearby. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the whole book. If you wouldn't take advice from someone, why take criticism from them? If something can be fixed, fix it. If it can't, stop complaining. If you're trying to break a habit, don't say, this is the last time I do this. Instead, say, this is the first time I'm not doing it. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are built for. The trouble is, you think you have time. People don't think about you as much as you imagine they do. Dead people receive more flowers than the living because regret is stronger than gratitude. You cannot force someone to love you. Real love flows freely in both directions. Don't waste time on anything else. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward. Let go, or be dragged. You'll ruin your life trying to make everyone happy. People may forget what you said or did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit, wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. People don't always get what they deserve. You may not be responsible for your first thought, but you are responsible for your second. Never be so kind that you forget to be clever, and never be so clever that you forget to be kind. Your mind gives up faster than your body. Calm seas don't make skilled sailors. Just because a thought captures your attention doesn't mean it deserves it. Waiting for change without action is like waiting for a train at a bus stop. If you keep questioning whether something is right for you, the answer is probably no. At some point, you will realize that no one has a say in your life unless you let them. We have 2 lives. The second begins when we realize we only have one. Hope for the best, but plan for the worst. If you look for the light, you will find it. If you look for darkness, it's all you will see. You might be the sweetest peach on the tree, but some people just don't like peaches. If all our problems were laid out on a table, you'd likely take back your own. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. If the only prayer you ever say is thank you, it will be enough. A bee doesn't waste time convincing a fly that honey is better than garbage. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. Everything can be taken from a person except for one thing, the ability to choose one's attitude in any given circumstance. It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That's not weakness, that's life. You'll make people mad by doing what's right for you. You can't cross the ocean without losing sight of the shore. It's easy to fool someone, it's harder to convince them they've been fooled. Any thought about the future is a delusion. Resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Before you speak, Let your words pass through 3 gates. Is it true, is it kind, is it necessary? Worrying makes you suffer twice. Be afraid, but do it anyway. It takes time to realize how miserable you are, and even longer to realize it doesn't have to be that way. You want to remember the days and nights you did nothing. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it's a quiet voice saying, I will try again tomorrow. The mountain you've been carrying was only meant to be climbed. Someone once said the meaning of hell is meeting the person you could have become. Quietly work, let success speak for itself. It's not a lack of time, it's a lack of priority. What would you do if you weren't afraid? There are 2 paths you can take, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. The days are long, but the years are short. Time is fleeting. Live with intention. The reason you want to be better than someone else is the reason you aren't. Embrace stress, it's the opposite of apathy. Life moves fast, if you don't stop and look around, you might miss it. Everything outside this moment is just imagination. If you stopped seeing the world in terms of what you like and dislike and instead saw things as they truly are, you would find much more peace. If you treat someone as they are, they will remain as they are. But if you treat them as they could be, they will become what they ought to be. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people. Danger is real, but fear is a choice. We are all the villain in someone's story. The only person who will remember your hard work is you, not your company, not your boss, only you. It's not worth sacrificing yourself for a job that would replace you in 2 days. The people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind. Keep breaking your heart until it opens. Remember when you wanted what you now have. No expectations, no disappointments. Be the person you needed when you were younger. When you do things right, people might not even notice. Be here for a good time, not a long time. Feelings are not facts. Life goes on. If you're unhappy, something needs to change. This too shall pass. Moving slowly isn't a problem, standing still is. A hypocrite is often just someone in the process of changing. The only time to look at someone else's bowl is to make sure they have enough. Given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kindness. Someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. The things you own end up owning you. Speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. No matter how many times you stumble, rise each time a better person. The most important step is always the next one. Experience life, don't just expect it. A salary is the drug they give you to forget your dreams. One day or day one you decide. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Youth is happy because it sees beauty. Anyone who keeps that ability never grows old. The past is just a story we tell ourselves. At some point, we all must let go of the past and forge ahead. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Honesty without kindness is brutality. Kindness without honesty is manipulation. They promised dreams could come true but forgot to mention nightmares are dreams too. Every journey begins with a single step. Empathy requires believing people as they see their experiences, not as we imagine them. Never wrestle with a pig, you both get dirty, but the pig likes it. Better to be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. Better 50% now than 100% never. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. What isn't given to you, you must go and get for yourself. Success isn't a title or money, it's the health of your relationships with family and friends. There are two ways to live, as if nothing is a miracle, or as if everything is. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live believing it is stupid. Change how you look at things, and the things you look at will change. It's better to have 480 in a 20 wallet than 20 in a 480 wallet. Stop worrying about what others think. No one is thinking about you. You train people how to treat you, consciously or not. No single raindrop thinks it causes the flood. Most worries never actually happen. Realizing you are not your thoughts is the beginning of awakening. The world is a tragedy to those who feel, but a comedy to those who think. You are either part of the problem or part of the solution. Never attribute to malice what can be explained by ignorance. Don't die before you are done. Fairy tales are true not because they tell us dragons exist, but because they tell us dragons can be beaten. There's no point in growing up if you can't be a little childish sometimes. Social skills, like any skill, require practice. Never seek the past for happiness, justification, or excuses. The world is what it is. You are what you are. Graveyards are full of people who thought the world couldn't run without them. People don't forget, nothing is truly forgiven. Things are only impossible until they're not. Just because you got away with a bad decision doesn't make it a good one. It is not the critic who counts but the one in the arena, marred by dust, sweat, and blood. It's not your fault things are the way they are. If you apologize, mean it, don't follow it with a but. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Anger is an acid that harms the vessel more than whatever it is poured upon. It never gets easy, but it gets easier. Fake love is convincing in a world where real love is rare. We are our choices. Whoever fights may lose, but whoever doesn't fight has already lost. We live longer when we are too busy living. The choice you make matters less than committing to it. A denied expectation hurts more than a denied hope, while a fulfilled hope brings more joy than a fulfilled expectation. The point of an argument isn't to win but to understand. Life is 10% what happens and 90% how we react. It all comes down to a simple choice: get busy living or get busy dying. Dear listener, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks.